Hello everyone, I'm Sukruta. Today I'm going to share information about dashboard which I created for AtliQ Hardware. Before diving into the dashboard, I want to explain what does the company do and what are the problems they are facing, what are the steps they took in order to solve those problems, and what are the insights and recommendations they got from this dashboard. First, AtliQ Hardware is a manufacturing company which sells its hardware components like PC, monitor, printer, and so on to different customers in different countries. For this company, we are the consumers, and Amazon, Flipkart, and etc. are the customers. Also, this company have their own store and websites too. This company is very much similar to top brands like HP and Dell in hardware industry. So as the years passed by, this company grown rapidly. Now they wanted to start business in Latin America. So they started their presence over there, but unexpectedly they faced a loss because they started based on the institutions, based on the service they conducted. Also, they were using Excel, but they were not updated to the latest techniques. Soon after that, they realized they need a data analytics team in order to provide them with better and clear insights which make their company grow and also make their presence in the market against the competitors. So after that, they onboarded the data analytics team. As a part of the team, I created dashboard using Power BI to overcome the challenges they are facing with Excel. So, before diving into the dashboard, I want to explain in order to create this dashboard, I uploaded files from two different sources. One is Excel, one is SQL into Power BI. After loading into the Power BI, I did multiple transformations in Power Query and also created columns, measures, using DAX. Then afterwards, I transform this data into visuals in order to understand data even more and also to get better insights from it. So let's get into dashboard. This is the homepage of this dashboard. Here you can navigate to different views just by clicking on the respective icons. For example, if you want to know sales performance of the company, you can click on the sales icon. It will direct you to the sales view. Same goes with the finance and supply chain and so on. Actually, before analyzing any data, we always check when data was generated or updated. So, this information is given by the bottom left section of the page where you can get to know when data set was updated, when report was refreshed. Further, if you want to know more details about this project, you can click on the information button. It will direct you to the info pane where you can get to know more details of this project. Furthermore, if you have any doubts or if you want to give your feedback, you can share your feedback by clicking on the support button. So, this is the overview of the homepage of this dashboard. Let's go to the finance view. Here I implemented many features in order to slice and dice data according to our requirements. Now let's imagine you are the finance manager for this company and you wanted to know how much revenue was generated over a certain period of time. In order to measure revenue, mainly in consumer goods industry, it is measured by net sales. Net sales means gross sales minus LD sales discounts minus allowances for that sales. In 2019, net sales, which is revenue, was $111.37 million dollars, and it was increased from $29 million from the previous year. We can also visualize these numbers with the help of the area chart. Here, the darker area represents the present year, and the lighter one represents the last year, which is benchmark. From September, which is the first month of the fiscal year for this company. From there, sales were increased up to December, and it went down in between December and January, and it remained steady up to the end of the fiscal year. By this, we got to know the how the sales were performed during that period. Next thing, if you want to know from which countries and which products giving more revenue to the company, we can answer these questions by sorting the net sales over here. So first, let's find out. I'm sorting the net sales value here by descending order. So everything will be aligned from top to bottom according to the performance. Here, APEC is the top region and Latin America is the least region. In APEC region, India and South Korea are the countries giving more revenue to the company. In North America region, USA and Canada are the one giving the more revenue to the company. Likewise, we can also find out which countries giving less revenue to the company. Second thing, we want to know which products are giving more revenue to the company. So, in order to find out, first we need to switch region to category and market to product over here, such that in table everything will be displayed according to the product details. It takes some time. So, keyboard is the top category, and in that keyboard category, AQ Gamers and AQ Master Wireless are the two products giving more revenue to the company. Likewise, we can also find out the products which giving less revenue to the company. At first, we calculated revenue. In order to measure revenue, every item in P&L statement is very important, and here we can measure and we can also compare the values with the previous year, and we can also get to know by how much percentage the change has occurred. Let's say suppose here manufacturing cost, which is 17.40 in previous year, and it is increased to 62.34 in 2019. The change was 44, and it is changed by 258 percentage. By this we can compare every values over here. If you want to know exact details about another year, we can do that by going to the filters. Here, switching to the whichever the year you want to analyze. Now, I want to analyze 2022 because 2022 is the present year according to the data set. In 2022, net sales, which is revenue, is 3.74 billion, and it was increased 3.5 times when compared to the last year. Also, from area chart, we can see here sales were increased from September to December, mainly because around this time in every country we have festive seasons like Christmas. From here, we can find out which countries and which products giving more revenue to the company. And usually, in every company and in every department, they have certain targets before performing their operations. So, this finance department also had set targets for sales, gross margin, and profit. Let's find out whether we are achieving our targets or not. Before that, we need to switch from last year to targets value to find out. So when we are switching, everything in the dashboard is when compared to the target value. When we are comparing net sales, which is revenue, with respect to the targets, we are not up to the mark, and we are lagging behind by 1.86 percentage. By this, we got to know we have to set realistic targets and do every possible effort to achieve those targets. From this finance view, we got to know one of the things is Latin America is the region from where we are getting the less revenue. So we need to improve our sales and presence over that region. And mainly sales function is carried out by sales department. So let's go to the sales view. By clicking on the sales icon, it will direct us to the sales view. Here now let's imagine I am the sales manager for this company where my primary goal is to increase sales. Also company wants to improve the growth of the company in the market, which is usually measured by gross margin. Gross margin is the revenue we have after removing the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is the cost occurred in the business to produce those products. So I have to increase the sales in such a way that it also improves the growth margin. Before that, I want to categorize customers into different groups based on the net sales and gross margin performance. Here I'm sorting the net sales and gross margin such that everything is aligned from top to bottom according to the performance. We can also divide customers based on the some of the factors like loyalty and the relationship they have with us. By dividing them, we can give suitable discounts and promotions in order to increase our sales. Here we can also visualize their performance with the help of the tooltip over here. As we know, every department will have certain targets. This department also have targets for gross margin. And here it is checked by gross margin variance. Gross margin variance means the difference between the target values and the actual values produced by the customers. With the help of the slider, I want to view customers who are 1% away from the target value in this matrix where we are comparing them with the net sales and gross margin percentage. And also the size of the bubble is net sales value. Here you can see Flipkart having the high gross margin even though it is having low sales. Here Amazon in the APEC region having the high sales but it is having low gross margin. So we need to convert every customer into having high sales and high gross margin by giving suitable discount. Here the distribution of different units like gross margin and total costs and etc. From finance view, we got to know that Latin America is the region from where we are getting the less revenue. So let's find out what is the reason behind it from the sales point of view. In order to do that, first we need to select Latin America region from the region section. After selecting Latin America, everything in the dashboard will be displayed according to the Latin America region. In this region, we have three customers. Among them, Amazon is the leading one, having high sales and high gross margin. So we need to convert these customers into having more sales by promoting our products well and also targeting particular market size. This function is mainly done by the marketing team. So let's go to the marketing view. In every company, marketing team plays an important role. Their responsibilities is to increase or promote our products very well and also to bring profits to the company. Normally, any company profit is measured by the net profit percentage. Net profit percentage means the revenue we have after removing every expenses that occurred in the business. So now our goal is to increase or promote products in such a way that it also bring profit to the company. Before that, I want to categorize different segments of products into different groups based on the net sales, gross margin, and net profit percentage. I'm sorting net sales over here such that everything is aligned from top to bottom. After sorting them into different groups, we can come up with the new marketing strategies, or we can work on the existing strategies such that we can increase in order to increase our sales. We can also categorize different category of products into different groups based on the net sales, gross margin, and net profit percentage. We can visualize these values with the help of the matrix over here, where we are comparing our products with three different metrics. One is gross margin and net sales, and also the net profit over here with the help of the slicer. When we are comparing our products with respect to gross margin and net sales, all the products are giving positive gross margin. So let's see when it is compared with the net profit. So when we are comparing our products with respect to the net profit, they are giving the negative values, mainly because the company is in the initial stages. So every company, when they are in the early stages, they spend a lot of money to promote and to advertise their brand very well. And one of the reasons can also be explained by this waterfall chart over here. As we can see, gross margin is pretty good, but when it comes to the operational expenses, it is high. Normally, we subtract expenses from gross margin to get the revenue or profit. So here it is giving the negative values. So we need to reduce cost in such a way that it does not affect our promotional activities in the company. This is the overall distribution of gross margin and total costs over here. From previous finance and sales view, we got to know that Latin America is the region from where we are getting the less revenue and they have low sales. So we need to increase or promote our product based on the market size, competitors, and also the customer preferences over that region. So this is the overall view of the marketing view. Let's go to the supply chain view. This is the department where products were born and developed. After that, products were delivered to the end consumers. Supply chain is very important in any organization where they come up with the forecasting values based on the demand, market research, and also the past performances of the company. After forecasting the values, the production processes will start, that is, from buying raw materials to supplying the end products to the consumers. Let's say if we want to know how efficient is our plan and how efficient is our processes, this can be measured by forecast accuracy percentage. Forecast accuracy percentage is the key indicator to know how close we are to the actual demand in the market. In order to calculate the forecast accuracy, first we need to calculate net error and absolute error. Net error means the difference between the forecast sales and actual sales. Absolute error means the absolute difference between the forecast sales and actual sales. If net error equals to zero, this indicates that we are exactly matching with the demands in the market. But this is unrealistic condition. But normally we face two situations in any company. The one is when net error is above zero, which is positive in value, it creates a situation of excess inventory where we have more products than the actual demand in the market, which leads us to increase our cost to maintain that unsold products. And the other one is when net error is below zero, which is negative in values. This creates the situation of out of stock where the company loses sales and revenue. This also might create negative impression among the consumers, and this give the chance for competitors to rise if they have enough stock with them. Here, forecast accuracy is approximately 73% in 2020, and it was reduced by 15% when compared to the last year. And net absolute error is 6 million and it is reduced, which is good for the company. If error is less, the accuracy will be more. So let's find out our forecast accuracy regarding our customers. Here I'm sorting the forecast accuracy in descending order such that everything is aligned from top to bottom. As we can see here, Atlic Exclusive is having 56% of accuracy and it was reduced by 20% when compared to the last year, and it is producing error of 17%, creating the situation of excess inventory. The other one is at like e-store, having the 55 percentage. It is also reduced by 21% when compared to the last year. It giving the net error in negative values, which is 28%. It rises the situation of out of stock. These values can also be visualized with the help of the line and column chart over here during different months. As we can see here from beginning of the fiscal year, which is September to till Feb 2020, we are in the situation of out of stock where the demand is more, our supply is less, and from March to May, the demand is less, but our supply is more, mainly because this was the time where we got hit by the COVID, so the demand was decreased during that time, and after that the demand increased again and we went out of stock. So let's find out our forecast accuracy regarding products. Here we can see different segments of products where storage is the one having the most accurate one when compared to the others. Let's find out which products are in excess state or which products are in the out of stock condition. When we drill down the segments, we it will displays the different products where we can know the accuracy percentage, error it is producing, and the risk of that products. As we can see here, desktop is the one does not have the last year forecast accuracy because it is the new segment introduced in 2020. So let's find out the new products in desktop segment. When we drill down the desktop, as we can see here, AQ Home Align is the product introduced in 2020, and it is accuracy percentage is 70% and it is high in demand. That's why we went out of stock. So we need to adjust our plan according to the ongoing demands in the market, and if necessary introduce new products according to the customer preferences. So this is the overview of the supply chain view. Let's go to the executive view. In this view, I place key metrics and information through which one can get to know what was happened and what is the present situation of the company and what are the measures need to be taken such that the company can grow in the market. Here, first net sale, which is also considered as revenue, is $3.74 billion and it was increased when compared to the last year. Next one is gross margin is 38 percentage and it is also increased when compared to the last year. When it comes to the net profit, we are having less profit even though we have improved sales and gross margin. Here, there is a need to cut down our operational expenses in such a way that it does not impact sales and gross margin. Next comes profit, forecast accuracy percentage, which is 34 percentage, and it was decreased by more than 50% when compared to the last year. Next, here is the distribution of revenue with respect to division and different channels we have in our company. With respect to the division, PC is the one giving the more revenue, and with respect to the channels, In our company, we have three different channels. Among them, retailer is the one giving the more revenue. Here, top five customers and top five products according to the revenue contribution and gross margin percentage. With respect to the customers, Amazon is the leading one with 13 percentage of revenue contribution alone. With respect to the products, AQ Home Align Generation 2 is giving the 5 percentage of revenue contribution alone. Next, here the analysis with respect to the subzone, where we can get to know their sales, revenue contribution, gross margin, profit, and the error produced by them, and the situation over that zone, and what is the market share of AtliQ over that region. So here, everything is aligned from top to bottom according to the net sales performance. So, North America is the one leading one with high number of sales with the revenue contribution of 27 percentage. Next comes India with the revenue contribution of 25 percentage. Uh, in this way, we can categorize subzones, and we can get to know which from which zones we are getting the more revenue, and what are the measures need to be taken on the over that particular region in order to increase our sales and market share. Here, with the help of the stacked column chart, Pacer is the one leading in the industry, and Atlic is in the fifth place with respect to the revenue contribution. So, this is the overview of the executive view.